I'm Al Roker, and got a new book out called You Look So Much Better in Person. True stories. True stories of absurdity and success. You break them, you buy them. That's the way it works. All right. So we've got a bunch of questions here. I'm going to move on over. And folks are saying hello. Hello, Alice from Pensacola, Lynette, Melinda, Tammy, Joan, Audrey. Pardon me, I'm going downstairs for a second. All right, and I'm back. Let me just slide this over here so I can see me, because I like seeing me. I've never done one of these before. This is a live signing event. It's very cool. And let's see if we can scroll down to some of these folks. There are Joyce and Joan and Lori and Jason, Carolyn, Beverly. Hello. Kara Thompson, Bonnie, Sarah. So some people have put in questions, and I'm going to be signing. Those of you who want to know, I officially signed with the Pentel sign pen. I've been using this for probably about 20 years now. I like the sign pen. Hello, Sharon from Little Rock. Crystal from Wilmington wants to know, what's the funniest thing you've had somebody ask you during your career? Actually, Crystal, you win. That's the funniest thing that anybody's ever asked me. There's Tony from Providence. Fito Santos, hello. Good to see you. Andrew from Palm Harbor. What motivates you? Well, my family, my friends, my job. I like to, just kind of enjoy life, and my kids. Right now we're empty nesters in a sense, because Nick is on a little bit of a vacation right now with his godmother in Tennessee. Molly says, can't wait for your next book. And hello, Lori. Hello to you. Cindy and Kirsty and Susan. So anyway, Andrew, my family motivates me. And not going to lie, paycheck and free food. That's pretty good too. Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you. Scott, good to see you. Lisa from Boynton Beach. What's my Peloton name? Weather Al. I think it's WEATHER Al, or it could be WXL. I can't remember now. Hi, Toby from Indiana. Appreciate that. Nice to see you. So we're doing this live signing event, and the books are available for sale at Live Sign right there. So it's a beautiful thing. Ginger from Chester, Virginia. How do you stay positive in difficult times? Well, Ginger, look, we are in difficult times right now, but they will get better. I think we as a people have to pull together. I think we've all witnessed something horrible in the last several months. Between the pandemic and what happened with George Floyd, I think it's opened everybody's eyes. And so, but I think people want to do better. They want better for this country. And I think that's a very important thing. So, where's your favorite place to get inspired to start writing? This is from Jennifer in Overland Park, Kansas. Jennifer, wherever I can write, I usually get up. I talk about this in You Look So Much Better in Person. I tend to get up an hour earlier than I have to, just so that I can do things that I need to do, that I like to do. I work out before I go to work. I write before I go to work. I also write where you can't. Look, the fact of the matter is we waste so much time being on the interweb, and I know I'm on Facebook while I'm saying that. But I try to stay off and use that time that I would use, scrolling and looking and blah, 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 to do the things that matter to me, including writing. So that's very important to me. And, with technology, you can write wherever you want to be, Erica says, I miss your interaction with your coworkers every morning. I do miss them too. And then Tina wants to know, what time do I get up? I get up about 3:45 each morning. And so that gives me even more time now, because I'm working from home, so I don't have to get up and get going. Nancy wanted to know, what's my favorite meal to cook? I like a bone-in ribeye on the grill, 2 inches thick, grill some asparagus, and roast some potatoes. Let's see. Claudia from Paducah, Kentucky. If you were able to have 5 people sit at your dinner table for a night of wine, good food, and discussion, who would they be? You would be one of my 5. I don't know if that's living or dead, but if I have a choice between both, I think Martin Luther King Jr., John Lewis, Thomas Edison, James Baldwin, and Elmore Leonard. So there you have it. A very eclectic bunch. Judy, what motivates you? I kind of, my family, my friends, people I know and care about. I'm having trouble reaching this. Sorry, hold on. Let me just move this in a little bit. There you go. See, like I said, I've never done this. Oh, it seems like it's locked up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Tara from Babylon, New York. Been a fan since you did the weather on Channel 4 News years ago. I admire and respect you. My question is, if you could do anything at all for the rest of your life, other than what you're currently doing, what would you do? Well, I always wanted to be an animator for Walt Disney. But now I'm not sure. Either that or run a restaurant. But probably the animator would be a lot easier. Because running a restaurant, I know Danielle, I know Alexander Smalls, I know J.J. Johnson, all these guys. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Hello, Karen from Oswego. Why do I tease Craig so much, Nancy? Nancy, do you watch the show? Because Craig gives as good as he gets, okay? So don't cry for Craig, all right? I'm just going to tell you that right now. But I love the man. Rose, I've watched today since Dave Garroway. You've always been one of the best. Thank you. Let's see. Debbie from Amarillo, Texas just said thank you, and that's awfully nice. Darlene from Olean, New York. I taught earth science for 30 years, including meteorology. How do you like teaching compared to all of your other endeavors? Well, I don't really think of myself as a teacher, Darlene, because if people are trying to learn stuff from me, they're in big trouble. But I do like to let people know things. I like to inform people. I feel like right now it's important to let people know about climate change and everything that's going on. So I appreciate that. Martin Eckert, my brother and I used to watch you hobble by his mailbox a few years ago before you worked hard to turn your health around. Well, I didn't realize I was hobbling, but thank you very much, Martin. Nancy, what do you want to do when you retire? Nancy obviously doesn't like me, the fact that I'm giving Craig a hard time and now wants me out. All right, good to know. Lori Strong, have you tried your sous vide yet? I have not, and my daughter gave it to me, and I'm ashamed to admit that I have not done it yet. But that's one of the things I plan on doing before the pandemic is over yet. Sarah from Atlanta, Georgia. Do you ever make anything that is a flop and no one wants to eat? My wife thinks I spice up the food a little too much. So sometimes she's less than enthusiastic about what I cook. I do like things a little spicy. So there you have it. Kyle Hirschon is, hey, Al, Oswego class of 2020. Well, hello and congratulations. Laura, this is kind of related to my that last one. Was there one college professor or student who was an influence in your life? That would have been Dr. Lewis B. O'Donnell at SUNY Oswego. He's the one who put me up for a weekend weather job in WHEN, Syracuse, New York. I talk about that all in You Look So Much Better in Person. True stories of absurdity and success. But yeah, he's the one who believed in me and put me up for this job that led to all of this. Sarah says, I have pictures of you and the group by the whale bones in Alaska. Oh, very cool. Adrian, you got the copy of your book Tuesday morning. I appreciate that. That's awfully nice of you. Do you miss having contact with your fans in person? Yes, I do, Bob from Newark, Delaware. That was one of the best parts of the morning. That said, that's where the title of You Look So Much Better in Person, True Stories of Absurdity and Success comes from. Because every morning I would go out there And every morning, at least one person would say, "Oh my gosh, you look so much better in person." And of course, I know they meant it as a compliment, of course, unless it was Nancy. But when you break it down, I work on TV, so the fact that I look better in person, that's not so good. Anyway, Petros from Norfolk, Virginia. Hello, Petros. Nice to see you. Oh, you had you were in Barrow, Alaska. Very nice. Love Barrow. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. And so let's take another question here that some people have submitted. Do you feel your job will be forever changed to COVID and the new normal? That's from somebody anonymous. Well, I hope not. I hope not. I would like to believe that it's okay, and we'll get better. I think life won't get back to normal till we have a vaccine. So until that happens, but I'm hoping to get back to the city and in the studio, socially distanced. I'm hoping right after Labor Day, but we'll see. It's tough. It's a tough time. Who is your favorite person to interview or be on screen with? Well, that's I've had so many. It's like who's your favorite child? And it's interesting. It's not, because usually when somebody says it's either interesting or funny, usually isn't. In any event, on one 2-day period 4 years ago in 2016, I went to Los Angeles. The evening I landed, I interviewed Don Rickles. Then the next day, in succession, in this order, I interviewed Betty White, Carl Reiner, and Dick Van Dyke, and got to dance with Dick Van Dyke. So that said, I'm an amateur cartoonist, and I got to interview Charles Schultz twice, once for the 50th anniversary for Peanuts, and then again about 6 months later he was diagnosed with terminal colon cancer, and he asked me to come and do one more interview, and I was so honored. Terry Mentos Sanchez. I was starting to say Mentos, sorry. I've been a fan of yours, and I believe you are a genuine person. I know you love people. Do you eat healthy? I've lost 50 pounds in a year eating healthy. I try to, Terry. I don't always, but I don't think nobody's perfect, and I think if you beat yourself up because things slipped, just you got to roll with the flow. It's all good. Is there anywhere in the U.S., this is from Susan Volt, that you haven't visited that you would like to go? I'm sure there is. I can't think of it right now. I've been to all 50 states. I would like to go to Mount Rushmore one more time and bring my kids. So, who knows? Could you imagine yourself doing anything else? Well, I think we answered that. But, like I said, chef or animator. How was my trip to Tennessee? This is from Melissa Huckabee. I had a great time. Went to Blackberry Farm in eastern Tennessee, in Walland, Tennessee, and it was spectacular. Really, really enjoyed it. Huntington Station, Melinda, did you always want to be a weatherman? Well, funny you ask that, Melinda, because I discussed that in You Look So Much Better in Person, True Stories of Absurdity and Success. No, I did not. I wanted to work in television, not on television. But my department chairman, Lou O'Donnell, SUNY Oswego, put me up for a weekend weather job at WHEN in Syracuse, New York. This is 1974. I was finishing up my sophomore year. And I thought, you know what, I'll go out for the job. If I get it, great. Here's the thing. At the same time, I was up for, we were going to have a foreign exchange program, broadcasting. All my friends were going. It was going to be at the BBC in London. And you had to put down $500 for your deposit. Now, 1974, I mean, look, $500 is $500 today. But in 1974, $500. I waited a lot of tables. I did a lot of after-school jobs to get that. But the problem was you were going to lose your deposit if you didn't withdraw at a certain point. And I wasn't going to find out about the job till after the deadline. So I pulled out of the program, and I thought, if I don't get this job, and then all my friends are going to be in London, and I'm going to be stuck here, I am going to be one unhappy puppy. But I got the job, and there you have it. And somehow I kept getting jobs doing TV weather. How about that? Cindy, how is Willard Scott doing? I talk about Willard a lot in You Look So Much Better in Person. He is doing well. I just talked with him over Father's Day. He is in the book, and he is my mentor. He is like my second dad. In fact, if my father were still alive today, they would be the same age. And my only regret, one of my only regrets, is that the two of them never got to meet. But yeah, he's a terrific, terrific person. Generous, real. I adore him. Let's see, what was your favorite part about the writing process for the book? You know, I didn't actually want to write the book. Let me rephrase that. I wasn't thinking about writing a book. And I had given a speech or taken part in a panel at the National Association of Black Journalists. I think it was a year ago. And what would become my editor, Krishan Trotman of Hachette, came up to me and said, you know, I think I was fascinated by you talking about your career. Would you want to write a book about it? Would you want to talk about writing a book about it? I said, well, do anything for a free lunch. Well, almost anything. And we talked about it and decided, yeah, this would be fun to do. And I worked with a terrific writer in her own right, a woman by the name of Paula Vitale, who helped me organize my thoughts. And voila, here we are with the book. And if you nice people buy enough of them and makes the bestseller list, well, maybe there'll be another one, because I've got other stories I haven't told. What's the number one adventure on your bucket list? I got to do a portion of the Orient Express when the movie Murder on the Orient Express came out with Kevin Branagh. Terrific movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And we got to ride from Venice to Paris. And it was one of the greatest adventures of my life. But it made me want to do the entire trip from Paris to Istanbul. And we were scheduled to do it this year, but it's been canceled because of COVID. So maybe next year, we'll see. But I've had plenty of terrific adventures. I mean, any one of my covering the Olympics for NBC, you know, I would tell you is fantastic. Will you be showing more grilling recipes with your new grill, Green Egg? I also have a Kamado Joe. Nobody is paying me to say that, but I like. I'm grill agnostic, you know. So, or one might say I'm very promiscuous when it comes to grills. And I talk about that. How did I get into cartooning? I've always just loved cartoons. I've always loved animation. I've always loved comics, and so it's just a love of mine. Animated movies, TV shows. I'm working on a project right now I can't really talk about, but with any luck you will see it in the not so distant future on a station near you. So we'll just leave it at that. Nancy's back again. I love your sense of humor. Well, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. I really do. Will you do another cookbook? You never know. You never know. I've been having a good time with my son, Nick, who's away right now. And we started this program, Instagram thing, called What We're Cooking. I was doing some Instagram posts about my cooking. Whoops. And my wife, Deborah, said, why don't you have Nick help you? And so I started it, and he's become a star in his own right. So I love the kid, and he's really funny and does all that. How do you get a signed copy of your book? I think you go to livesign.com, and then boom, you can snag a copy. So, hold on. I believe that's correct. If somebody from this group would be kind enough just to text me, I can mention that to people who are logging on right now. And I think it's livesigning.com. I could be wrong because I'm old now. That's why I've written the book, because I'm old and my memory's going, and so I need to try to remember. Let's see. Aloha from Virginia. Hello, Kelly. My sons and I are wondering what's for dinner tonight. I'm just doing some leftovers. I made some gazpacho. It's kind of hot out. I've got some leftover grilled shrimp. I'm going to put in a bowl of gazpacho, some chopped avocado, and a little shrimp, which would be fun. Hold on just a second. I don't know what. How many Guinness World Records do you have? I have 3. Number 4 is coming up. We are. I can't tell you what it involves, but it involves cooking. Well, not really cooking. Sort of cooking. And it'll be live. I can't remember when it's going to be live. I think the 6th of August. And it'll be live on Peacock and the new streaming service from NBC. And today all day. So there you have it. Lulu Montoya, Colorado here, the entire state. Do you like or support medical marijuana? Or will you ever take a puff with your favorite gangster music artist? I don't know. But you never know. Never know. How's my garden doing? Garden's doing okay. I'm going to pull some veggies out of that coming up. And it says have the books in the shot. I've had the books in the shot with me while I'm signing, but I'm almost out of books now. I've just about signed everything. Let's see. So anyway, we will have 4 Guinness records if all goes well. There you go. Will you do a book signing tour when things get back to normal? I would love to do that. Love to do it, but unfortunately, right now, we just can't, and that's a bummer for me because I love doing that. Hello from the Bronx. I work for your publisher. Thank you for taking time to host this event. Well, thank you. Are you a prolific writer? I don't know that I'm prolific, but I do like writing. I think we always do things to impress our parents. My mother was a voracious reader, and so I wanted to write a book to kind of impress her, and she was, but she also loved murder mysteries. So my first book was called Don't Make Me Stop This Car, Adventures in Fatherhood. And so I wrote that to impress her. And then I wrote a couple of 3 murder mysteries. Morning show murders, talk show murders, and the midnight show murders. And it was fun. So, there it is, Premier Collectibles. Premier Collectibles. Thank you very much. I signed into this live signing, but it's Premier Collectibles. PremierCollectibles.com. All right? There you go. So the questions have been answered. CareerCollectibles.com. This is the book. My social media people, make sure you show the book. It's PremierCollectibles.com. All of a sudden, I'm doing Jackie Mason. Or I'm doing little Bernie, So we're going to get the book. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Go to PremierCollectibles.com. It'll be fantastic. It's better than having lint in your pocket. It'll be great. Fantastic. So, anyway, I hope you've had a good time with this. Do you have a... Nancy is on fire here. Do you have a bobblehead? I do not, Nancy. But maybe we will get one. If we get one, will you buy it? We'll get it on PremierCollectibles.com, and we'll have a bobblehead. It'll be fantastic. Want a signed book? Go to PremierCollectibles.com/Roker. Somebody's how am I live and posting at the same time? Look, you're smart people. You know that there's somebody typing that. It's not me. It's not me. Somebody pretending to be me. Guy named John Burke. works for me. Track him down, find him, hunt him. I can't get rid of the guy. PremierCollectibles.com. You look so much better in person. And I'd like to hear from you folks who think we should have a bobblehead. Nancy does. Alrighty. Any Al Roker penned graphic novels on the way? Not at this time, but that's not a bad idea, Kelly. Thank you very much. Well, maybe we'll do that. Well, they're telling me it's time for me to wrap this up. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you will go to PremierCollectibles.com. Buy the book. It'll be great. If you don't buy it, you're a dog-faced lying pony boy. All right? Buy the book. It'll be fantastic. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a quick read. I'm going to pack all these up now so that you can buy the book. All right? I go buy the book. So be the book. Buy the book. Love the book.